During this final stretch of crappy, illogical, and more politically correct than actually correct speeches and debates, there will be questions about the if, ands, and buts. If ACM personally found a way to enter your home uninvited and forced you to speak to us, here's what I would tell you. Our nation has the great potential to move forward much faster than we already are. In this election, there's a serious choice for you to make. We promise to improve all aspects of living for our people, creating a completely self-sustaining civilization where there are no borders and barriers and all forms of cultural diversity can take place. We have a lot of work we want to get done, and our opposition just doesn't seem to have the determination we praise here at ACM. Overpopulation is no longer a problem for ACM because we believe knowledge is power. So from a young age, our children in the education system will be taught many of the horrors that sex and reproduction brings, such as HIV, herpes, and other life-destroying side effects. It's not till kids mature that they learn about the benefits of intercourse and having the option to reproduce, but with the haunting image from childhood that has been left with them. Solar farms will produce a majority of ACM's power. With the added fact of high population areas, tree growth is restricted and mandatory for every roof. Another way we will cut down on greenhouse gases and emissions is carpooling. By only allowing a small percentage of our people to own cars and legally have to pick up people waiting street side, carpooling has reduced stress, emissions, and risk of accidents.
And you won't find any more here. With our world already being so globalized and connected, ACM looks at a bright future that involves all nations relying on one another for a greater future. Disagreeing nations will be dealt with appropriately. $8.6 billion tons of plastic is floating and laying across our world, with more being made every year and roughly only 9% getting recycled. ACM will follow the same plastic bag law that Kenya has placed, with any plastic waste that is seen or used is punishable by a minimum of 4 years in jail or a $40,000 fine. You might ask yourself, how are you going to get your items home? Well, much like prostitution, it's perfectly legal to sell. But consequences follow for purchasing plastic bags, like a heavy upfront tax. We purely believe everything is your own choice, including how you live the rest of your life. Depletion of our world's diverse life is very important to us here at ACM. Just like how many of the foods you eat today have been genetically manipulated and altered, we have done the same to our wildlife. Instead of going out farming wildlife, we have found it very efficient to mass clone simple farmable species. Poverty is a huge issue today. We will care deeply about our middle class, so we will be introducing 5.6 million new jobs at our government-owned farm life cloning facilities. With flexible hours, great benefits, and requiring little to no education, your dream life starts here. Resources aren't an issue either. A majority of our power is already all farmed from renewable resources such as wind, solar, and wave farms. With new, updated infrastructures and raised taxes, we will be able to fully integrate into a completely green and renewable society. This year, we are implementing a new form of law enforcement. Just like security guards, these people would be placed at high traffic areas such as schools, workplaces, and public areas. They would wait for an act of sexual or racial terrorism to occur and take action with the following laws. With introducing more jobs to our people, this government job has flexible hours, great benefits, and requiring little to no education. Your dream life starts here.
It's time to change the way we all live for the better. Compare our plan to the hot, steaming pile of garbage our competition has come up with. Besides the fact that not voting for ACM automatically makes you a bad person, voting shouldn't be difficult. Decide for yourself. Thanks for listening.